WAPB 91.7 FM, and it's that Monday of the month, the second Monday of the month. And who's with me?
Chief Byron Williams, Holly Hill Police Department.
And we have both had a busy weekend. It is the busy season, isn't it?
Yes. Very busy.
Now, how busy is it when you're a police officer this time of year?
It ramps up pretty much. It's like the epitome of the crime for the year.
Oh, really?
When it comes down to the holiday time frame, yes.
Okay. I was wondering, is it because of crime, or is it because you have to do extra events that you have to be responsible for?
It's all that combination into one, between crime, between preparation for different events, community engagement events, and things of that nature. It becomes very busy.
But I love having the police department out there, and I love having the sheriffs around, because I think it's important to have in the community and normal situations so that when you're not afraid to call 911, because, people have a weird thing about it, and I don't know why, because y'all are just like us. I mean, I see you at local stores just like me.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So what is the biggest crime thing right now that we should be, as listeners, wondering about?
There has been an uptick in thefts in the city.
Like what kind of thefts?
Christmas ornaments out of the yards.
What in the heck was that?
I don't know. It's a different breed of criminals.
But I'm thinking, I have some cool stuff out in my yard, right? I have this really cool thing. And I was thinking, if I walked out there and it was gone, I would be like, why?
Yeah.
I mean,
you can't pawn it, so I have no idea what they...
You can't pawn it? Okay.
Yeah, no pawn shop's going to buy a Christmas ornament, So I don't know what they're doing with them. But we've seen several that have been taking place, and we're trying to coordinate with victims to see if we can try to locate and identify who they are and take them into custody.
It just cracks me up, though, when I saw that, because I was really thinking, and I did think you could pawn it, so I'm glad you clarified that, because I didn't know what the purpose of it was either, unless Now, if we go find a yard in Holly Hill, it's got some killer, but, I'm so sad. I've been driving around, and we're barely putting stuff out there either. Is that because of the crime?
That I don't know. I don't know if it's because of crime. I don't know if it's because of the economy, but... we have noticed an uptick in that area, so we're trying to address it as best we can.
But shout out to our little Holly Hill Hotel over here, that Twilight that still has all the stuff up and has it really nice, and the street behind it, because my husband and I went there Friday night. It was so cute because we were in his truck, which is a big truck, and he goes, I don't even know if I can get through there. And I'm like, well, I'll put the mirrors in and we'll get through, because I wanted to go, right? Oh, God laughs at me, because we go around the little corner, and there was a truck that was parked. He was half in the lane. I thought, oh no, my husband, I'll just back it all the way out. And I thought, oh Jesus, but it worked out. We were able to scoot on by. But the traditions that we find and want to do this time of year.
Absolutely.
So we got to be careful with our ornaments. What else do we need to be cautious of this time of year?
Just your shopping. I think we kind of covered some last month. If not, I covered it in our neighborhood watch meeting that we had last week. But when you're shopping and you're going from store to store, doing the hustle and bustle that you're trying to get all your gifts together, make sure you're not leaving your gifts openly visible in your car.
And that's so hard with SUVs, isn't it? Because I'm an SUV owner. And it is very hard. I have a solution of what I do, but I'm sure it's an obvious solution. What do you tell people to do?
I normally, if I have an SUV, I put them in the trunk, obviously, but I try to have a blanket or something to cover up.
Okay, so I'm normal.
Yeah.
I have the good plan. Okay. Or I bring the big plastic, like the big shopping bags from elsewhere, and put them in there where at least you don't know what's in there.
Yeah. And for those in cars, obviously, I actually just put them in the trunk of your car so they're not visible to someone suspects.
And have your eyes open, people.
You have to remain vigilant. Obviously, we're just in a time now where people just don't care and don't care about their fellow neighbor, don't care about the next human being, and they just want to take what they can take.
I did not ever in all my years have a life like this. This time, I know there's certain stores if I have to run to. My husband's like, you're not taking your purse. Put it in your pocket. Just carry your key, and it's sad that you have to get to that point, and then I end up forgetting part of whatever at the house because a woman has all the stuff in her purse.
Everything in that big purse of yours.
But, I'm also a big believer in having a purse that goes a strap around you instead of just hanging off your shoulder. I think that's a deterrent. I don't know. Is it a deterrent?
It is, because the purse is more securely on your body. We call them the crossover purses.
Yep.
My wife has one as well that she carries. So, yes, that's a very good purse to carry with you.
And then other thing I've been doing lately is doing the cross bag, and then I've been putting a jacket, because it's been cooler, over that so that it's underneath, just
Absolutely.
little things to do.
Little things like that, you'll be surprised, can definitely deter a lot of potential criminals from making you a victim.
Now, what do you do in a store, though? Because I was actually followed not too long ago in a store. And is that like a real thing that you find is happening also?
We haven't heard a lot of people being victimized in the stores yet.
Okay.
But it can occur. It is a prime opportunity for you to become a victim, especially with women and when they're shopping and they leave their purses in the
Why do they do
shopping
that?
cart while they turn their backs
I
to get something
know.
off the shelf.
Do you know I actually approach other women and say, ma'am?
Good for you. Yeah.
Well, because, I'm thinking, if I saw it and I'm a girl, so I'll say to somebody, ma'am, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, being a good citizen. That's what it's about.
And that's it, isn't it? We want people
absolutely.
doing this every month. We're educating you on little helpful tips and how to be a good citizen.
Absolutely.
And how is our Holly Hill doing?
We are doing very well, being that we are in the holiday season. We notice we normally in this time of year we see an uptick in crime. We also see an uptick in crashes, vehicle crashes.
Really?
Because we have a lot more people on the highway traversing back and forth.
Not paying attention.
Yes. So we see a lot of that starting to increase. Obviously, one of the most important things is violent crimes, and that is down. So that is always a good thing when we don't have that much violent crime here. But a lot of the petty thefts and things are up in the last couple months. So
now this is your second year here, right? Or is it your third?
This is going on my second year. I'm in a year and a half now.
Okay, so this is your second Christmas season.
Yes,
though.
this is my second
that's what I was
Christmas
wondering.
season. Yes.
So did you participate in the parade also this year?
Yes, we always. That's kind of like the highlight of my year to participate in the annual city's parade, and it was a very great parade. We had a great time. We got to meet a lot of the community, talk with them, and a lot of them highlighted how great the parade was.
And we had good weather.
We had perfect weather. We was timed it just right.
I know. Was that crazy or
because
what?
we left there and went to Ponce Inland. We were standing there pouring down in the rain as the band went by. So Holly Hill lucked out with
we
with
sure
the weather
did.
this year.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because I saw that I think it was Port Orange actually had to cancel theirs or
canceled
something
theirs,
because of the
yes.
weather, and that's so sad when we have to cancel events because
Port Orange canceled theirs. D-Land, a lot of the band participants, they canceled out because of the rain.
and the Clydesdale horses couldn't even be in the
I was
parade.
very disappointed when I saw that. I just saw the truck goes by and.
Well, you hear they're going to be in town this Thursday. Did you know that?
They're going to have be in a couple locations.
Yes, because I'm going to be there.
Yeah,
Have
good.
you ever went out and did that?
Yes, I've been with the Clydesdales, my former agency. So.
Okay, so what did you do? Did you get to take care of them? I mean, be with them, hang out with them, and get pictures?
Yeah, security by the trailer, took a couple photos, things of that nature.
Okay, because I went and did the whole photo op, and it is neat to go and participate, and it's a free thing, and they're going to be here in town, so why not do it?
It's a great turnout. Come out and take them out and see how massive those animals are. They are huge.
I know. I look like a little person next to them. So what else is the police department doing right now?
Right now, we just wrapped up this past weekend. Obviously, we wrapped up the tree lighting ceremony at City Hall.
I love it.
Yes, it was beautiful. We wrapped up the parade on Saturday. We held our second annual Shot with the Cop event at Walmart there on Bevel Road. Where we chose 3 families, 11 kids.
Awesome.
To participate with where we go to the Walmart. We give each a gift card, and they go shop with the cop. And the kids get to pick whatever they want off the shelves. Parents just stand by. Some participate and help out. But it's it's amazing that you see these little kids and 11 and under. And we choose this program to target the families that are going through tremendous amount of things for this season. This is not your traditional toy drive or things of that nature. They're really going through a lot of heartache and pain. So we target these kids, and to see the things that they're going through in life currently and the compassion that they have when they're out shopping. They're not shopping for themselves.
Isn't it? I love to see that. I just blesses my heart.
Yes.
I mean, if you need your heartstrings tugged at, do this.
To see them choosing things, I want this for so-and-so, I want this for so-and-so. And I'm saying, what about you?
Right.
I'm like, I'll be fine. I want to get this for everybody else. And it's tugs at your heart, like you said. It's amazing to see that they still have so much humanity in them, even though they're going through some difficult times in their life right now. But it was a very successful kids, parents. They enjoyed themselves, and
I love that you do that.
I love that we do that every year, and hopefully we can continue it going on for next year.
Did you hear about the funny story in Ormond and what happened?
No, I didn't.
Well, everybody was putting up, what is going on up in Ormond at the Walmart? There's police everywhere in this big pink vehicle. It was shopping with the police officer at that branch, right?
Shop with the coffee.
But I thought that was so funny. It's all over Facebook. Like everybody's going, what is going down? A blessing, right? But it's funny how people will go to the worst scenario instead of think, wow, our police officers are out there doing good.
Believe it or not, out of all the things that you see cops do, that is one of the things that they enjoy the most.
And why is that? Just because do they get to meet the families ahead of time? Or
no, they do not. I don't know how Ormond does there.
But how does Holly Hill do it?
Yeah, typically you just get assigned a family when you get there.
Okay.
You don't know really too much about them, so you know about them as you get to talk to them before the event actually starts.
And how special is that?
Yeah, exactly. You get to meet them, find out their situations if they want to disclose that, and you just get to talk to them. Be human beings. You're not a cop at that time. You're just a human being.
And that's what I love, too.
Yep. And we love that. That's what we look forward to. So.
Well, that's really cool. But you're also doing a normal toy drive, right?
Yes, we got a normal toy drive that is still continuing now. It's going to be continuing up to December 13th.
Which is this week, right?
Which is this week.
Okay.
Where we're going to be, we also have we have a vehicle that sits out every Friday. Been sitting out every Friday in front of City Hall. Where people can drive up and drop their toys off in the car itself. Or you can go inside City Hall or the police department and drop toys off in a box that is designated for those toys.
And they're new toys?
New toys. We take anything and everything. We desperately need your help this year. We ran into some struggles this upcoming year, so we didn't have all the funds we needed. So if the community could really help us out this year with some toys, we would greatly appreciate it because we want to make sure we bless every family that has requested a need this year.
Well, how do we know what to buy? Do you have like a list, or do you have ages that you're looking for?
We're looking for any age, whatever you want to give, we would take it. So far, we have about 46. I think the number I last looked at, it was 46 kids that we're looking to help this year.
And how do you determine how do you get those kids? Is that from the school and they give you names, or how do you do that?
All different types from the school, from actual parents that have participated before, residents and neighbors who know a family that are going through some art or in need of some things. They reach out to the police department
and I'm sure even being on duty, you probably ran into some families.
Absolutely. And that's the great thing about it. You see all these different things, and you're able to correlate it back to a need that we can possibly perform for them and help them out with. So we do have officers that bring information back to us as well.
I love that.
Absolutely.
So we definitely need toys, new toys, unwrapped. I have done it before where you just drive up, and I like to do it on Fridays because the police car is right there and you get to stuff the police car.
Absolutely.
So I think that's always a neat thing to do.
Absolutely.
So get your toys, girls, boys. Is it an age group? Or like I know when you shop with them, it's under 11. So is this for up to 18 or how is this?
This is in age group. If you can just bring a toy, we would take that toy and we apply it to the right family, that age group that it needs.
So if you have 46 families in need, how many actual children is that? Or is that 46 children?
46 children, and we're still growing. I just saw an email today of someone else requesting as well. So I don't know if we don't plan on having a cutoff. We'll try to find the funds.
Because you can't cut off, can you?
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to cut off, so we'll try to find the funding, or we'll try to find more toys if we so happen to run out. I've already designated some of my personal funds to make sure I at least participate and help out as well if we get to that point. So
I haven't been to the store yet for them, but I have that same plan going on. That is on this week's calendar. I don't know what happened last week. It was just gone. You know what I'm saying? And this weekend was just gone. So I told my husband, I said, I'm actually have a lunch thing across town. And across town is one of the stores I was going to. So I said, I'm going to go to lunch and do my thing I got to do for work. And then I'm going to go shopping because, it's that time of year. But, with Amazon and drop ships, I do like to touch the toys. But, where is Toys R Us when we need it?
I know.
Man, those were such good memories. I would bring my grandchildren in there and let them touch every single thing and then give them a timer and an amount of money, but we don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
But, everybody doing something for our city, it will make a big difference.
And we also have some toy boxes in certain businesses in the community here. Several businesses are participating in the event, so they have boxes in their business. So if you see one of those Christmas boxes in the business, it's probably going to be one of ours. So you can donate that way as well. So,
but we need your toys, people, and get them brand new toys, girls, boys, all ages.
All ages. Thank you very much.
Of course.
And we also have we're bringing back a second annual, also what we call a burglar box program.
The what?
Burglar box program.
I've never heard of this program.
So this is a program where we participate with the Waste Pro, and they bring out a 30-yard container. And we bring it out for a particular time of the year. This year is going to be from December 22nd, which is a Monday, and we're going to have it all the way up to January 4th.
Okay.
And what this allows is for after Christmas, you have these large boxes that you want to put out for the dumpster.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yes. We want to try to discourage the burglars from targeting your house. You don't want anybody seeing that you got 2 brand new TVs that you just put the empty boxes out front. So we put this container behind City Hall.
I did remember seeing that last year, and that was a blessing.
Yes, and dump your large boxes there free of charge.
Because you know what we think we should do? We think we should bring them to our businesses and put them outside of our businesses. But like with me being a radio station, that's really stupid, just so you know, because I have all kinds of electronics. So it is a great program that you do that.
It was very successful last year, and so we're going to do it again this year. It'll be behind City Hall, and like I said, starting on that Monday, December 22nd, we'll drop it. And typically it doesn't start getting utilized until after the 25th of Christmas, obviously. But we encourage the residents all over to bring your boxes in the boxes and drop them there if you don't want to be advertising that you have a lot of.
Do we need to break down the boxes?
You do not need to break down the boxes.
Okay.
Just bring it in and throw it in it. We Waste Pro will come by when we need to call them to dump the box itself. And they'll bring another one, drop it right there. So we'll continue the program.
I love that. I love that program.
Absolutely.
You know what? Another program I like, and we never have talked about this, is you have a box right inside the police department when you walk in to your left.
Yes.
That tell us about that box.
It's the same box that we have for in front of City Hall. It's the same toy box that is that the one you're talking about?
Nope, I'm talking about the drug box.
Oh, the prescription box.
Yes. Because this time of year, people are going through their cabinets and different things. And what is that used for, and how do we do that?
Well, any type of prescription drugs that you have that you're no longer using, instead of throwing it down the toilet or throwing it in the trash can, we have a box, a prescription box there at the front desk of the police department that you can drop your prescriptions there. And what we do is it's a program that is designated through like Walgreens and whatnot to where we fill it up, then they come dump the box. DEA comes and dump the box of drugs out and get disposed.
I love that because, you know, you'll have a prescription that you've had a couple pills left or whatever, or your parents or anything like that, or they're old, you know, and you don't want to put them down the drain.
Yeah, you don't want to put them down the drain. You don't want to give access to kids or things like that, or to criminals also. So we just ask if you're not doing anything with them, you're done using them, instead of just keeping them in your medicine cabinet, bring them, you can put them right there at the police department in that box there.
I saw that when I was in there the other day, and I was like, I love that. The little things that we don't even realize that the city does and the police department does. It's, you know, and this is a great time of year to drop off Gatorades or a pizza or whatever to the police department. I have done that before. And it is important time because y'all are working long hours.
Absolutely.
And filling in all different kinds of positions right now. And so, you know, share the love.
Yeah, absolutely. We're doing different things. We call in having cops work overtime to work special operations just to make sure the holiday season is safe for everybody and enjoyable. So
we appreciate you so much. Is there anything else going on in the city, or you got some statistics you want to share with us?
Well, the statistics, we are, like I said, I talked earlier, we are down in a lot of violent crimes. Like I said, traffic crashes and things of that nature have moved up this year because of the holiday season. Calls for service, we are down from 2,300 last month to 1,800 this month.
Wow, that's a big difference.
And so a 20% decline. We're down in arrests from 41 last month to 30 this month. Also, traffic tickets, we are down also from 130 last month to 104 this month. And warnings, we're up. So we're giving more warnings than we are writing tickets.
I like that.
Just because it's the Christmas season.
Oh, Steve, remember that if you see this face.
Traffic crashes, we're up from 27 to 31 this year also, this month. So that's typically where it goes. From theft cases, we're up from 8 last month to 23 this month.
Okay. But like you said, that's a normal December
that's
thing.
That's a normal thing because of the season that we're in. One thing I wanted to pose also to show how the traffic increases is we have traffic trailers that are positioned in certain parts of the city where we get a lot of complaints. We have 2 stationary traffic counter boxes that are located on Riverside, and we have 2 mobile that we move from depending on where the complaints are. We had one sitting up on Nova Road this past month, if you saw that. And just in a 30-day time period, how many cars do you think passed through there?
Whew. On Nova. In 30 days?
Yes.
82,000.
486,000.
Okay, I was close. No, just I forgot to multiply. Wow.
So, almost 500,000 cars in 30 days.
Go through our city
on Nova Road. So we're trying to look at the.
Okay, I want to know about Riverside now. You're gonna. Do you have that? Do you know?
Well, I will tell you this also. With the 500,000 that are traveling through Nova, over 210,000 were speeding.
Oh wow.
So
when it's blinking at you, you're getting that information.
Yeah, it's recording that information
but not our license plate number.
Not your license plate or anything.
Right.
Just recording the speed and then that it was a vehicle that passed through.
Okay.
And what that does is it's showing us where the complaints are and where we need to, direct our resources. So we are going to be, I'm putting this on the air now, we will be doing more speeding operations coming up in the next couple weeks.
On Nova?
We're going to do some on Nova. We're also going to focus some on Riverside and on Ridgewood Avenue. So the notice will be out there. We will be in heavy traffic enforcement
I know,
operations.
and you know what I hate about Ridgewood US 1 is I always feel like the 35 messes with me. I feel like it's supposed to be 40. No, I don't know why. I have lived here forever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And was it always 35?
I believe so in that particular area, yes.
Because I always feel like I'm messing up because I always thought it was 40, the River Road, how many people pass through there? Because I'm telling you, that is a busy road. I live right off the river, and it is very busy.
So we had 2 on the south end, I believe. Mm-hmm. We had 67,000.
Okay.
That passed through, and 15,000 were over the limit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I could tell you that.
On the north end, we had 59,000 that passed. And 6,700 were over the limit.
And that's because right there, the miles per hour changes.
Yes.
And you're driving, and all of a sudden it's changing, and that thing's blinking at you. And oh yeah, yep. I still, where the one is right by my house, it still drives me crazy because there's also that crosswalk right there, and nobody stops.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it just amazes me.
We're going to be participating this upcoming year with FDOT in the crosswalk operation that the state does statewide. Mm-hmm. We're going to be participating this. We haven't participated in a couple of years, so I want to make sure we participate this year.
Yeah.
I drove down to Bunnell in a couple of the areas where they were participating just to see how that operation goes. So I feel confident that we're going to be doing that next year.
Well, you just educating me every month, and I know you got a ton of listeners, but it really helps because, things that I didn't think were real, and I know that sounds funny when I say that, but like the crosswalk, I only thought of it had the yellow lights. Yeah. Do you follow what I'm saying? Yeah. I never knew that it was just a real thing without the yellow lights. Mm-hmm. It is a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Right. And also the speed limit does change both of those roads, US 1 and the Beach Road, but it changes several times.
Correct.
In the couple miles.
Yes. So you have to pay attention to what you're driving.
And I think that's something that being a local and here forever, we didn't think about or we didn't know. And I'm more cautious. Even when like this morning, at 4:30 this morning, somebody was right on me. I thought if I touch my brakes, they're going to be part of my SUV, and I was not going to go over the speed limit because I thought, what if it's a police officer? Mm-hmm. I hope he wouldn't be right that close to me. But I was thinking, no, it's not going to push me to go over, because in the morning it gets a little crazy out there.
It does.
People
really trying to get to work and trying to get to school, get the kids dropped off.
Well, and I think also what happens is that time of day, there's not a lot of people on the road. So I think that we don't think as much, which is wrong. We should think more.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we're waiting to see.
Well, I think you're doing a great job in our city, and I do see improvement in our city, and I do see more police officers around and about, so we appreciate you, and we appreciate your officers.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Is there anything else you need to tell us before we go?
This month, that's pretty much wrapping up. We're just going to stay focus on safety and prevention.
And toys.
And toys. And make sure everyone is safe and enjoy the holidays.
And we call you if we need you, right?
Yes, please call the police department. Like I said, I go on Facebook to literally look because a lot of people choose not to call the police. I don't know why.
I told you before, it's intimidation. Or we feel like our thing isn't as important and we don't want to take you away for something. But there is a non-emergency number during the day that you can call, and they're very kind and they will help you.
Absolutely. Send an email if you don't want to come. Send an email, text me. My phone number is out there publicly. You can call the cell phone number if you want to. It's just tell me something's going on over here. We need you guys' help. That's good enough for me. But like I told some residents the other day that if you don't tell me about it, how can I know to do something about it?
And I totally agree with that.
I was meeting with a couple residents the other day, and one happened to tell me that their lawn ornaments got stolen. And I asked, did they report it? And they said no.
Because see, if mine got stolen, I probably wouldn't have recorded it until I saw that recently, that it's a real thing going on right now. But I would be like, really? That's not a big thing. But it starts as a little thing.
Yes.
And they're on your property. And how do we know they're not checking out things on your property?
Next thing you know, they're not stealing lawn ornaments out of your front yard, but they're actually going in your home or in your shed to take other stuff out of there.
Right.
But what it does for me, when you tell me that this little thing did happen, and I start hearing other people say this little thing did happen, then I know that there's a problem in this particular area where I need to reassign some resources to try to investigate.
And he does do that because I've been a problem before, and he has sent me people. No, but it makes a difference that when you call,
it does,
and somebody actually shows up. Because I can see you on camera, so I do appreciate that. But if I wouldn't have called, you wouldn't have known.
Yes. And how we do our investigation, our analysis, crime analysis, we are stat-oriented. We use CompStat methodology, where we look at the stats.
In English, what does that mean?
Basically, putting cops on the dots.
That's what I thought, but I want you to say it.
Cops on the dot.
Okay.
So basically, wherever a crime occurs, we look at that every week. And when we start seeing a pattern, when we start seeing a cluster, we know that there's a problem in that area, and we start redirecting resources to cover that area. But when you don't call and report it, I don't get a dot in that area.
Okay.
And if I don't see the dots, then I can't send the resources to try to change that or get some information or try to find out what's going on in that area.
So an example of a phone call, I have a problem with people with their signs in the medians. Mm-hmm. I really do. Right there at Mason and US 1.
Okay.
Makes me very nervous. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if I'm turning left off of US 1 onto Mason, and they're in that little tiny baby median, and they've got a foot out, and I run over that foot, it's my problem.
Yes.
And so how do we do something about that situation, or is that?
I won't say it's your problem because they shouldn't be standing there in the first place.
Okay.
So they're going to be the contributory factor of that crash if they were to get hit. Nothing too much you can do there. I am trying to work on a solution for that.
Okay.
But I have to grab a lot of research to try to get a new ordinance put in place.
Okay, so it starts with people saying what's going on,
Yes.
and that gives you statistics, right?
Yes.
And then that helps you get an ordinance, right?
I got to get a lot of statistics. Ormond kind of has something going where they started addressing things just like what you're describing. And I'm trying to mimic what they did on their end when it comes to that.
But we have to let you know.
Yes, you have to let me know.
And we're not bothering you.
And I've had a couple of people complain of that, and I also seen that myself, experienced it, so which kind of initiated me to try to find an ordinance to try to rid this problem.
Right, because, I mean, I feel sorry for anybody that doesn't have, a job and all that. So I'm not saying that. And I do give money, so I'm not saying that I don't. But when you're blocking the traffic flow, maybe your sign's blocking or your umbrella or whatever it is, and then you're coming around that corner,
It's a safety hazard.
Yes.
It's a safety hazard for the individual that's standing in the intersection and also for the one that's driving. It's going to be traumatic if they end up hitting the person.
Oh, that would be like...
So just a tidbit of what this ordinance is going to pertain to is going to basically not eliminate them standing in the median holding a sign, but it will be pushing them back from the intersection itself. 100, 200, 300 feet from the intersection.
And that's huge.
Yes, that's huge.
Because the corner is the part that, when you're turning the corner.
When you're making that turn there. So that's basically the overall picture of what I'm trying to do with this ordinance.
So you get all this stuff dumped on you.
Yeah, we get everything dumped on us, yeah. we have to fix everything. That's pretty much how it works in law
No,
enforcement.
but I appreciate that. I don't think people realize all the things that police officers do. I think that they think you just write tickets.
Yeah, no.
But it's quality control, it's customer service, it's being your best friend, it's being the person you hate more than anything.
Quality of life issues.
Yeah,
all
it's
these
just a little bit of
different
everything.
things. Yes.
So I ask everybody to pray for our police officers. That's very important to me. He knows I have a sheriff deputy as a grandson, and every single day I pray for every department every day. And I even wear it on my wrist so that if I'm looking down, I remember to pray, because I think that prayer changes everything.
I do too.
And I think that if we all start praying for our city and for our leaders of our city and our police department, things will change. I mean, I see change. I see great things happening. So I encourage you to pray and be kind.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. I'm glad that our statistics are better, except for the one crime. But, like you said, that's seasonal.
Yeah. You see that spike all over the county. So.
Yeah. Slow down, everybody, because they're going to be looking for us.